Today, from SoFi Stadium in California.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
And, Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one, because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tavon Austin. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first on the road here in L.A. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team is having. And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. On first down, Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. He was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one
just
time.
once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that they don't start to slow him down. It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times, and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run here with Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. Stops short. Down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Again, it's Lawrence. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The CD, this offense, an 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. Dan Arnold in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. He put quite a bit of air under. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He finds Austin complete. Room here to run. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tavon Austin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Yeah, 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about...
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000 yards passing for the season.
And you think about some of the great seasons by rookie quarterbacks in recent vintage. How about Andrew Luck in 2012 with 4,374 yards? Cam Newton had a big rookie year. So did Robert Griffin III. And how about Justin Herbert in 2020? He hit the league with a splash.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 3 from the 9. They run. Robinson. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They start on the ground with Robinson here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense.
Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll start by running the option to the right. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The jam. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points.
today.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side of the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Lawrence going to give this to Robinson, draw play. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James Robinson with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and so the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On play action, Lawrence. It's complete to Tavon Austin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver, and as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. Robinson again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Tavon Austin, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC Elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at him in order to try and get the upset win.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans 16.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy as the first half is winding down. And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know.
Oh, and now some space to operate. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 30. 10.
You gotta love it, baby.
Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or... After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 133 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they were backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the third level before you know it.
Out from the shadows of their goal line. Here's 1st and 10 from the 11. Again, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you've got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Lawrence going to keep this himself. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution, because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the
touchdown. He's got it at the 2. Tavon Austin. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap, been a bit.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Past the 20.
Take off your helmet and give me a kiss.
Touchdown, Jaguars. Tavon Austin, 89 yards. And the Jaguars are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. He has... Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 189 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Second and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Robinson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now Lawrence to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Now Lawrence. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a run. I wonder how anyone...
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jags, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Titans, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they...